if it's a gift, it should be paid off. You buy me a car, it should be paid off.
And it's crazy.
I took some gifts back from a girl because I felt like the money that I spent on her, the love that I got in return, and how I was treated didn't match what I put into her. And I realized that her love for me wasn't as strong as it was for that shit I bought her. So me leaving her wasn't really probably a big deal. But that shit I bought you, I knew that would get under her skin. Now, eventually, I gave it back to her. So then I was asked today, how about a car payment or a condo or things that I'm paying off for still? Now, granted, don't mess up your credit trying to get back at a girl. That bill got to get paid. But if she cheated on me or broke my heart in a way where she broke our bond, like cheating, being a thief, or like those lines, yes, I would take a gift like a car back or a condo back. I'll just pay the payment and struggle, but it's in my possession. Now, if we broke up on some shit where it's though our love didn't work out and, things just didn't go good and we tried and we put like work into it, I'll pay the car note off still until that's just fair. I'll still hold you down because we left on terms where it didn't work out. You didn't cheat on me. You didn't cross me. As a man, I feel like we just didn't work. And that's not worth me losing my credit or your gift.
I agree with Guapo. And usually we don't agree.
Ever.
However, but in this case, I feel like personally with a card note, something that you're paying off, an engagement ring, a house, a business. Business is business and things have to continue. No, you don't want to mess up your credit. No, you don't want to stop business and all those things. But the reality is, if you disrespected me in our relationship, in our bond, where I feel like I can no longer trust you, I can no longer believe you, I can no longer stand to be within your presence. Those things put the underlining of, I am going to have the car repoed. Not out of spite, because why am I using my hard-earned money for somebody who clearly doesn't respect me? Now, as the person on the receiving end, personally, I'm not accepting any gift without, if it's a gift, it should be paid off. You buy me a car, it should be paid off. You buy me a house, it should be paid off. That's not a gift. That's like when Oprah says, I'm giving out free cars, but then they come with the taxes for the car. If you can't afford those taxes, you can't get the prize. Like, these are things that I feel like when it comes to taking back expensive gifts, no, not a purse, not a bracelet, not earrings, but an engagement ring. We're married, we're getting married, and you violate those vows. At some point, yes, I probably do want the ring back if I'm paying it off, or we're gonna have to come to some understanding and say, hey, listen, you can keep the ring, but you gotta make the payments and I'm gonna transfer it over to your name. You can keep the ring, you can keep the car. I'm gonna transfer it over into your name, respectfully.
I'm sorry, I just feel like any gift giving, whether it's a ring, a car, an apartment, a purse, any gift giving is a gift giving. You're not gonna take gifts back. When you do that, you look hurt. You look so hurt and petty. I've been there. I've definitely been there when someone's given me something and asks for it back. And I'm like, you were so petty. That is not a man. How does that make you a man? Giving me something and trying to take it back from me? If you are investing in me and getting me a car or putting me in an apartment, I have children. I'm gonna make sure as a woman that I'm telling you right then and there, if we break up, I'm still keeping that. You're not gonna take me out of a car. You're not gonna take me out of an apartment. What type of man is that? I'm sorry, that is uncalled for, and I don't believe in those type of things. Wow. So I have kids, and I won't accept a gift unless I know I could keep it. I'm not gonna throw myself in a car that a man is buying for me unless I know that he's gonna make sure he's paying those payments afterwards. I'm definitely gonna be vocal about it. I don't think that it makes you a man when you are in a situation and you're giving something to somebody and then taking it back just because they hurt you. Okay. I feel like that doesn't make you a man.
All right, so look. As a man, I'm gonna speak from my point of view. I had a girl before that I took shit back from. And you're right, I was hurt. But why I was hurt is because every girl she had before me and every man before me did not buy her nothing. No bags, no nothing. Maybe here and there, but I did the most. And I felt like, it's like, damn, yo, like I'm treating you better than everybody you ever dealt with. So the minimum from her was like respect, love, and loyalty. And I didn't get all of that. So I felt like, yo, yeah, it sounds whatever, but I took my shit back. I'm like, you know what, fuck that. Yo, I was good to you. Like, I was really good to you. Like, I really did better than your exes. So I felt like, I gave it back to her after a while, but as a man or a human, I had an emotional moment. I took my shit back.
Money doesn't buy love. And I feel like that's where guys go wrong. Guys will spend all this and do all this for you. And then when shit goes left and the relationship is not working, they'll be like, but I did this and I did that and I bought you this. Money is not going to buy you love.
So let me ask you a question,
I'm
Nisha.
sorry.
Money
you break up with a guy. Let me just, you in a relationship with a guy, you don't have a car, or the car you currently have is fucking up. He buys you a car. All the other men you've been playing with and dating, they see you riding around in the Hoop 9 and they're not doing shit about it. This man comes in and puts a car in his name and is paying this expensive ass car, the car you want. Not the car you need, the car you want. You now break up with him and you driving another man in the car that he's still paying every month, whether you got kids or not. That is wrong.
I get it, and I understand how that could make somebody feel some type of way.
No, it's gonna make somebody feel.
It's gonna make you feel some type of way.
He upgraded you.
Have the new guy that you're driving the car in, have him start buy you a car or take over those payments. I'll transfer it over into your name.
I understand that aspect, but I still feel like you put yourself in that predicament. You bought me the car. You knew whatever. You knew that this is not you don't know if something's forever. You really don't. That's a risk you take. So you put yourself in that position. You got me the car. You did this. I didn't put a gun to your head or force you to do it. So
but how did it sound though?
I'm sorry. I just really feel like you put yourself in that position. You purchased the item for the woman or your partner, and if things go left, again, you put yourself there.
Well, I don't agree. I don't agree. I think about people credit, and it happened to me. I'm not going to even lie. My ex bought me a car, and I went outside last year in the summer, and the car wasn't there. When I pressed the beep, beep, it wasn't outside. So he took the shit back. And I was burnt. I was hurt. I was devastated behind it. But I had to really think about it. This man is paying that car note. I'm the one that ended the relationship and told him to fuck off. So when I told him, this wasn't last year. This is the year before last, actually. So when I told him it's done, he's like, he let me rock out for 5 months. But then he was like, wait, she not coming back? All right, bet. So he took the car back. I was pissed. I called him up. He didn't answer for a couple of days, and he did. He said, am I with you? And I said, no. He said, so why am I paying a car note for you? And I get that because he's thinking, you end the relationship, you gonna have your other man in the car? Just realistic. We're not being realistic when we think about stuff like that. So I was pissed. I was in my feelings, but I knew it was right for him to take his car.
Yeah. So, I mean, my situation is a little different with a gift. I paid for an expensive gift with a credit card. You know what I'm saying? I'm still paying it off, and we're not together. And it's crazy to see her with somebody else, and I'm still paying off the credit card. But I'm like, yo, I need these credit card payments back. But I got her the gift with the intent, like, yo, we're together. We did it while we're together, so it's okay. I understand. I'm gonna take that hit on the chin. It's a little different than items, though. It was a vacation. We enjoyed the time. Cry a little bit when I see the pictures a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
But you're understanding,
not really crying, but,
you're understanding at that moment.
I don't want my credit to I don't want my credit to falter neither, so I really got to take that hit on the chin and keep that 700 above score. I look at the vacation like, damn, I'm gonna have to go back and just like, it's a little different in that situation, but.
But Nisha, can you switch the roles, just the gender roles for a second? You say, don't take the gift back. We're not talking about the camera. We're not talking about a purse. We're not talking about a pair of shoes. Even it's something as significant as a dog.
Yeah.
You both have responsibility for it. So you are now the spender. You're talking from a dynamic perspective of the person receiving the gift.
Correct.
The person giving the gift, your hard-earned money that you, like you said, you have children. So you really love this man. You put a car in your name for him. Now, he can't get around without the car and everything, but y'all are not together no more. That bill is still coming every month, $600, $500, whatever it is. You pull up somewhere and you see him letting another girl drive it.
No, I definitely understand that, and I guess.
Are you taking the car back?
I am. I am, but that's just because I'm a female and I'm gonna always have that perspective. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm a girl and I have kids and you're a man and you did that to yourself and it is what it is. I'm sorry, guys.
How about you, Josh?
I just feel like if my lifestyle and example, so I had a guy get me a Benz before and put me in a loft space and, set my whole life up differently than what it was normally. And I feel like if you brought me to this level, and then we didn't work out, but we're still friends, we didn't have beef and no one cheated. It was just didn't work out. But I wasn't going to move from my space because it didn't work out. I wasn't gonna give him back my car because I'm not gonna downgrade my lifestyle because me and you are no longer together. And I just feel like if you put me in this space and that was under your budget then, what's the difference now? You know what I mean?
You were my girlfriend. I was fucking you.
Yeah, but I
was fucking you.
I just feel, yeah, but I personally feel like, no, I'm not
Yeah,
moving.
but see, what he did was this though. He gave you the upgrade, but part of that upgrade is because you're with me.
Yes.
You understand? So let me just go though. So we didn't work out, me and you dating. You feel me? So I'm supposed to keep paying your loft and keep paying your bins. Now I get it. You're a true boss if you do that, and that's the vibe we're getting. But Jazz,
No, it's just I'm not moving, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
If you want to stay upgraded, stay with me. If not, go see what's out there.
Oh, so then if that's the case, so you want me to stay with you for these items and use you basically?
Not for them. If you want to live like this, it comes with being with me.
Okay, so then you would prefer a woman to just stay with you for her items and her lifestyle, and then be happy elsewhere.
No, hold on. Let me
That's your way of saying that.
No,
But if my lifestyle is now contingent, my current new lifestyle that you upgraded me to is now contingent on me being in a relationship with you, and that's the only way I can have it in this moment, then what stops me from just staying with you for that?
Then Jazz, you want him to keep your lifestyle up, keep paying your bills, keep you on that same upgraded level. No, you were dating a man that had money, so dating him came with a lifestyle. But if we not working and our love is dead, I don't owe you to keep paying your car note and your mortgage. I'm not entitled to. Now, if I'm that rich, then okay. But realistically, that isn't really my job. You should find you a man like me and upgrade to him and keep your lifestyle.
But that takes time. So I just feel like if someone had me on a certain pedestal, you're not just because we no longer working, you're not just gonna rip the pedestal from me. Like, or I'm gonna feel a type of way and just as petty and ruin them things. I'm gonna ruin the car, I'm gonna trash the house.
Sponsor you until you move on.
Not until I move on, but give me, until I
need more time.
Until I figure it out.
Respectfully, right? I lived in Miami 8 years. I moved back to New York. When I first moved back to New York, I lucked up and I was staying in Airbnbs, and I did not say I didn't have a place to stay, but I needed an apartment. The guy I was dating, he happened to get me an apartment. The place is $4,200 a month. Not saying I can't afford it, but I don't want to spend that. Mm-hmm. When we didn't work, did I expect him to keep paying that rent? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If I play nice, I do expect him to do it. If I'm still answering phone calls, I'm still giving you some sex, I'm still going to dinner, I'm still giving you the similar affection of when you were paying these bills, because I understand subconsciously why you did these things. You didn't do these things because I was entitled to it. You did these things because, one, you saw a future with me, or you liked what came with giving me these gifts. Now, what I choose to do to reciprocate that, when we broke up, I don't expect him to keep paying the rent. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't even comfortable bringing the guy there while he was still paying the rent. So I'm just saying respectfully, no, he's not entitled to keep paying the rent. When we moved on from each other, unless we were still having the same activities between the two of us, no, he's not entitled to pay the rent. He can't come take the apartment from me. But I'm just saying, ladies, move smart. This is just some game for you. If a man is gonna put you in a place, this is just me, he's gonna pay that bitch off for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. He's not gonna pay it month by month because he's already telling you this is contingent. Things could change tomorrow, things could change in 3 months, they can change in 6. This car I'm giving you as a gift, if I really wanted it as a gift to you, I would have paid it off. You would have no bill. You would have nothing to worry about. If we split, I can't take anything from you. I want you to know no matter what happens with me and you, this is yours. I feel like that person has taken me from one space or level in my life to another, so I'm forever grateful. And I also, in the same note, feel like if I was to ever be in the space that I could repay in any way, shape, or form, that I would. You know what I mean? But and the other side of me is like, you can't take it back anyway, so it doesn't matter because you've already placed me at this space. So it's like, yeah, unless you want me to fake be with you to keep my shit, then let's just be friends, and it didn't work, and that's that. But you got to continue to, your credit is gonna messed up. I don't know.
But he continued paying it.
He did continue. He's
still paying it.
Yeah.
And you with another dude.
Yeah. It's been like I've been with my guy maybe like going on 1 year, and he's been paying my.
But I would love to meet your guy. I would really love to meet him because those men are rare.
I know.
Want to get some work.
And one man want to stay in that house that another man is paying the bill for. I gotta question him because there's no man that's gonna be like, I just don't know him. That's like, this nigga still, once he finds out, like that nigga still paying the rent here. Yeah, gonna be like, nah, we gotta get him a crib.
He knows.
No, he know I gotta. They both. Everybody know everything.
Oh, he's nice. He's nice.
I want to hear this.
Yeah. But What was your question? I'm sorry.
My thing is, what kind of man?
does your man feel?
This is no judgment.
How does my man
I mean,
feel?
obviously he's okay with it.
My man feels like while we have this opportunity, let's stack our bread. So when
he's
when
sneaky
it's
like you, then that's why y'all together. That's what that is.
I don't
y'all
know.
two are both like, are we trying to come up?
I wasn't sneaky because if I was sneaky, I would have stayed with the
No,
man.
I don't mean sneaky
Or
like
didn't
you
tell him.
hiding.
I would've- yeah.
What I'm saying is your man is on some like, oh, if that nigga gonna pay the rent, then we gonna come up off him.
So your man think he's a sucker.
I mean,
And he thinks that nigga is a sucker.
Yeah.
yeah, my man does think that.
you think he's a sucker?
He thinks that,
How about
but
you?
I don't
You
think
think he's a
that. No,
sucker?
that's my friend.
If that
I
was
feel
your
like,
little brother,
I feel
and
like
your little brother
if
had-
it was so if like
Or your father,
already,
let's be honest.
I have a son. If my son was well off and he decided to put a woman in a car, I would feel like that's disrespectful for you to take. You should have never put that woman in
Nah,
that
I don't
car.
agree with that.
That's how I feel, and I would, and I raised,
What
and
if he
I
got kids and his
and I
kids
raised,
could
and
use that money in that car?
then he should have thought of that in the budget from day one when he initially got the car.
So when a
You know what I
girl-
mean? Because
Basically, getting his heart by cheating. Remember, I said cheating is
cheating
the only
is different.
reason
No,
to
cheating
get,
is different.
all right, yeah.
Cheating is different. I feel like if someone cheats on you, then yeah, you should take the stuff away because they're being sneaky. They're using you. You know, they're using you. But if you're open about things like I was in this relationship where it just wasn't working, but we remained friends and he was still paying that during our friendship, and then maybe like 5 months later, I got with my guy. You know, you're not gonna stop.
Have you ever seen your man before and kind of was like, why don't you just pay this shit so we don't
Yeah.
gotta worry about him? Like,
Yeah, we can just get him out of here.
But he don't have a.
You see
I mean,
that's what Russell did with Ciara. Russell told
neither have
Ciara-
given me an issue to where I had to feel like that. You know what I mean? So it's not
Russell-
like that man has
Yes.
ever placed me in a space like the guy that pays my bills or pays whatever. He's never told me like, yo, you got to figure this out.
Do you,
know
see
what I
your
mean?
man as but when you see your man, do you see him as a provider? Because he's not really providing for you. Or do
No,
you see him,
he does in every other way, like providing for me, like what? Just our home?
I mean, who's more important to you right now? Your boyfriend or the one that's paying for your shelter? And
They play different roles in my life. You know
So
what I
one's
mean?
for money and
I mean,
one's for
obviously,
love.
no, like my man is my man. Like I'm gonna put him above anybody.
Well,
So one's for love and one's for money.
I'm not with the other person.
But respectfully, right?
you
Just
still-
because we're not judging you at all.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But ideally, yes, I've dated a guy who was very wealthy. When we separated, he was still paying the bills, right? Under the contingent and the understanding that I'm not fucking with nobody else. So I hid that I was in another relationship for a while. Did I ever discuss with the other significant other that this man was still paying the bills? Like, yes. But you know what happened eventually? Eventually he said, yo, if you're gonna be with me 100%, you gotta move out of that apartment. Whatever attachment you have with this man, you got to wrap that up. Or you're saying to me that you're trying to have your cake and eat it too, and which is a bad analogy because if it's my cake, I can eat it, right? All of it. But the thing about it is, it's like who's getting he still has a piece of you. So now I have to decide what kind of future I want with this other man. Is he just something to fly by night and I'm having a good time with? Because if that's so, then I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too. I'm gonna keep this one paying my bills, which is lovely, and this other one doing whatever role he plays. But if I'm trying to take it to the next level, then at some point, even me moving into a man's house and that bed is already there before I got there, we gotta get new furniture, sweetheart. It's time to get a new mattress and everything.
did
I don't
all
want the
that.
mattress you've been sleeping on with the other. My dad passed away, right? And my mom moved on. This is like super personal. And my mom moved on, and it caused an estranged relationship between the two of us because how I found out she moved on, the man was staying in the house that my father passed away in. He was sleeping in the bed that my father had slept in for years. And so it caused so much hurt to me because I said, what man still wants to sleep in the bed that this man was humping and dumping and they had memories and shit, and I felt like I would have respected him. Well, I can't control who my mother moves on with. I can't change that dynamic. He'll never be my father. But respectfully, I felt like if he had any long-term plans with my mom, he would have said, listen, I can't sleep here tonight and I can't move in this house. We can get our own.
I mean, all right. I mean, now look, I was with you. Now, Holiday.
Yeah.
The man met your beautiful mother. God bless both of them. Why does the man gotta buy a whole new damn house? Let me talk though. All right, I'll let y'all go. Like, let's be realistic. If I meet a woman that has a beautiful condo that her man has bought her, and I walk in there, the last thought on my mind is like, oh shit, she was getting fucked in here. I gotta buy her a whole new condo. I'm not doing that. Listen, I ain't a real nigga then. I'm gonna go in there and say, damn, old girl hooked this bitch. And I'm gonna try to add to the spot, a new mattress, you know, maybe some bigger TVs
That's
in
what
this
we
bitch.
did.
I'm
We
gonna
did all
spice it
that.
up. But it's like, y'all put so much pressure on men financially. It's like, That's just too much pressure. So if I meet a girl and she comes to my house, right? Should that girl feel like, well, I'm fucking you now, Guapo, and this bed has been used and abused probably, buy a new mattress. That to me is like, girl,
I'm gonna buy you
are doing a bit much.
I'll buy it for you.
I get you. Now that's different.
don't worry.
You can buy me a gift though, but don't have these girls out here watching this video like every man I meet.
But are you gonna take the bet back when you break up?
Every man I meet.
No, he can have it.
Every man I meet has to buy me a new mattress. Don't be putting that on no man, and don't have these girls watching this video thinking that every man they meet, oh, I love your apartment. We gotta move. Why? Because you fucked here before.
No,
That's not realistic.
That's not what I'm saying.
Let me go. I took it like that. I took it like you said that your mom's boyfriend, maybe your mom has to be at least 50, all right? So let's just say a 50-year-old man should not have to buy a new house for his new woman. You have a house. You've been blessed with a house. I'm dating you. We're going to make this our house. And I'm going to add to it, help with the bills, and be a part of your house.
But the man is no longer, listen, hold on, but the man that's no longer living there isn't still paying the rent there, isn't still paying the mortgage there, isn't still contributing to that household being a household while another man is staying there. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm telling you this though, every man that meets a woman that has a house, a home, does not have to feel like I have to upgrade the whole house, new sheetrock, and no, that's too much on a guy. It should be, listen, I had a husband before I met you, and he took care of me in this house. As my new man, let's come through and help do the same thing.
Exactly.
But as far as him saying a whole new house, that's pressure that men don't need, and don't have women thinking that.
But I don't mean he has to put up all the money to move us into a new place, a new space. What I mean is, for example, my man now, his apartment already existed with him, and he had one with him and his baby moms at one point. He's like, come stay with me. I don't want to stay there.
Extra.
Whatever, call it what you want. I'm gonna stay at my place and you stay at yours, and then when we find a place mutually for us to live in together, we get a place together.
What the?
Well, it's
I'm
not,
sorry.
It's not
No,
fully. It's not fully extra because I know I left my relationship, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I will not move a man in my place until I get another place. I don't want a man in that bed with me because that's my ex and that's our environment. So I probably get new furniture if I'm gonna move a man in or go to somewhere else because all the memory of my ex is in that apartment. So I wouldn't feel comfortable having my new man in that bed at all. That's why I got a joke.
If my man had a mansion, and I don't care if he did the Playboy bunny lifestyle, I'm moving in that bitch. I don't care. Tell me what happened and whatever happened.
I think y'all up here, right? And look, and I love y'all, but I think y'all up here with Big Cat.
I have a question. What if, like, I didn't say like the whole story from the beginning, but like I was dating this person for like 4 or 5 years, and in the first 2 years, I supported myself, but also helped them build their business. And this, like, I dedicated all my space and time and everything to their personal business. And I ended up getting them like a $50,000 loan. I ended up doing like a whole bunch of things that set them up to be in the space where they were able to make $3,500, let's say, a night on their space or whatever. So then that's at the second year. I was probably like 23, 24 years old when I did that. So then when the person got me the car and the apartment and everything, I was like 27, but our relationship was already like, dying off. We were like friends, but you know what I mean? And to this day, he pays for it. So does it make it different that I helped him become more established or get into a space where those bills are able to be paid off because I helped him get there, even though we're no longer together?
When you say it that way, it is different because now he feels entitled. There's an entitlement now. He feels entitled that he owes you. Just like you said, if you were in this relationship and you owe him so much, when you got your first big check, you're gonna give him some money because you're like, thank you.
Yeah, great.
That's what he's doing for you. Right. He's saying, thank you for helping set me up. Without this, I wouldn't have this. And for that, I don't care that you're dating somebody else. I just want to make sure you're straight. I want to make sure you're okay. That is a different narrative.
That changes the whole narrative.
Yeah. So that's like the full story from
that
like the beginning.
He's not hurt.
He's not hurt.
He's not hurt.
So he's not hurt.
He could keep it.
Yes.